Hello, welcome back to Blenderian LIVENODING. In this episode, I want to show you how to create this kind of candy heart looking creations. So let's take a look. Let's stop the rendering. So it's basically, you can see it's just like a kind of like a heart shaped object. Okay, that's exactly what it is. So this object is one single object but scattered on Suzanne. Okay, so the material, as usual, I use random, so each one of them get a random color. You can always make changes here to the color and see whatever you like. Maybe you don't want to randomize the hue too much, you can control it from here. Okay, so you can have like red color candy. So now take a look at the actual object itself. This is the geometry node setup. It seems pretty long, but it's really quite simple. So currently the density is set pretty high on random. You can randomize the seed. There's some randomizations on the candy itself. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Now the candy itself is this guy. Okay, so it's a heart shaped object, and yeah, let's go backward. I'm using point to volume, volume to mesh. If I mute this, yeah, we have just points. So I did kind of scatter some points there. So without these three nodes, we have this shape, heart shape. It's not the cleanest, but this is probably not too bad. This is more like a kind of like a brute force heart creation. I didn't really use like math formula to get this heart shape. What I did was to use the curve and Bezier. Okay, so this thing is the one that's creating the heart shape. So there's a little bit of control there. Basically, I'm using two curve, two Bezier segment. I believe I use this, and then I use one like that, and then I just combine the two. It's pretty simple. Let's actually bring this over there. Just connect this guy. Okay, so this is the shape. I join them together. I could do the merge over here, I think, because we actually have merge by distance. So it's yeah, I might be able to do it over here. But what I did was I mirror the shape. Of course, we can try merge by distance. Maybe that will do the job. Actually, oh, okay, it doesn't like curve. So if you want to do that, you need to use mesh, which is I don't want to do at the moment. So this one is the mirror. Okay, so now how did I turn it into like a connected curve? I actually indeed I use curve to mesh at some point. Maybe I should have merged by distance for here. Yeah, that might did something. But if I do that, you can see there's some curve that's kind of twisted. So I think that's something that I need to resolve beforehand. So I might need to reverse the curve, or I need to. This is something that you need to keep in mind when you're creating curve. The directions of the curve is something you need to be considering. We might need to reverse some of the curve, things like that. But anyhow, let's continue. Let's see. I think this will still work. So what I did next is, this is the most interesting part. I use transfer attribute by index position and set the position of another curve. Yeah, this is the weirdest part. Okay, this, so we have this shape and then this shape that's kind of reversed, and I think I need to fix this part, but other than that everything seems to be fine. I try reversing the curve, but still doesn't quite work. Maybe I need to reverse the curve somewhere here at the back. Anyhow, if we continue anyway, like with the fill, we get this shape, flip the face. Okay, that doesn't quite work. This one sort of works, but there's overlapping part. Anyhow, I think when I extrude it, we get the shape anyway. I did merge by distance over there and subdivide, so we have this broken heart shape and distribute points, etc, etc, and we get this candy shape anyway. You know, the heart goes back together. So I think, yeah, that's okay for now. So if we continue and just instance the heart on Suzanne, we have all these broken hearted shapes on Suzanne. It's quite metaphorical. It's quite interesting actually. There you go. So this is the final result. Oh, okay, the light. All right, so yeah, that's basically what it is. It's maybe like a kind of like a brute force. There's a formula to create a proper heart, etc. But I think this kind of shape is kind of nice too. It's not perfect, but still, you learn something, right? You learn how to connect the curve and then how to kind of hack the mirror. It's not perfect, still it does the job. I think at some point we actually will have like a mirror. So mirror nodes is still missing, but we're gonna get there. We're lucky to have extrude mesh here, so, and then by using distribute points anyway, we can just turn it back into like a proper 3D solid mesh instead of just 2D shapes. But I think this is a good example. It can be improved in the future, yeah, of course. If you, okay, the material, let's take a look at the material once again. We could pass this into the metallic as well, so we have some hearts a little bit more metallic. Maybe we can even play around with the transmission, make it more transparent, like a sugary type of candy. But oh yeah, by the way, I'm using cycles set to CPU with the denoising on, so it's like when it's doing the rendering, it's like doing the painting, and you just need to wait for a few seconds. If you are using Eevee, you can do this type of thing. Ambient occlusion, and it's already rendering. Yeah, this is a Eevee render. It's slightly different to cycles. Still, both is pretty nice. And I'm using Filmic. Filmic you can have like a more contrasty image using Filmic. Some people don't use Filmic much, but there you go. You have your gold looking, pink and gold looking candies. All right, so there you go. Hopefully you find this useful and interesting. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.